Chapter 4, 1982. Gogol's 14th birthday. Like most events in his life, it is another excuse for his parents to throw a party for their Bengali friends. His own friends from school were invited the previous day, a tame affair, with pizzas that his father picked up on his way home from work, a basketball game watched together on television, some ping pong in the den. For the first time in his life, he has said no to the frosted cake, the box of Harlequin ice cream, the hot dogs in buns, the balloons and streamers taped to the walls. The other celebration, the Bengali one, is held on the closest Saturday to the actual date of his birth. As usual, his mother cooks for days beforehand, cramming the refrigerator with stacks of foil-covered trays. She makes sure to prepare his favorite things: lamb curry with lots of potatoes, luchis, thick chana dal with swollen brown raisins, pineapple chutney, sandwiches molded out of saffron-tinted ricotta cheese. All this is less stressful to her than the task of feeding a handful of American children, half of whom always claim they are allergic to milk, all of whom refuse to eat the crusts of their bread. Close to 40 guests come from 3 different states. Women are dressed in saris far more dazzling than the pants and polo shirts their husbands wear. A group of men sit in a circle on the floor and immediately start a game of poker. These are his mashis and meshos, his honorary aunts and uncles. They all bring their children. His parents' crowd does not believe in babysitters. As usual, Gogol is the oldest child in the group. He is too old to be playing hide-and-seek with 8-year-old Sonia and her ponytailed gap-toothed friends, but not old enough to sit in the living room and discuss Reaganomics with his father and the rest of the husbands, or to sit around the dining room table, gossiping with his mother and the wives. The closest person to him in age is a girl named Moshumi, whose family recently moved to Massachusetts from England, and whose 13th birthday was celebrated in a similar fashion a few months ago. But Gogol and Moshumi have nothing to say to each other. Moshumi sits cross-legged on the floor, in glasses with maroon plastic frames and a puffy polka-dotted headband, holding back her thick, chin-length hair. In her lap is a Kelly green Bermuda bag with pink piping and wooden handles. Inside the bag is a tube of 7-Up flavored lip balm that she draws from time to time across her mouth. She is reading a well-thumbed paperback copy of Pride and Prejudice, while the other children, Gogol included, watch The Love Boat and Fantasy Island, piled together on top and around the sides of his parents' bed. Occasionally, one of the children asks Moshumi to say something, anything, in her English accent. Sonia asks if she's ever seen Princess Diana on the street. "I detest American television," Moshumi eventually declares, to everyone's delight, then wanders into the hallway to continue her reading. Presents are opened when the guests are gone. Gogol receives several dictionaries, several calculators, several cross-pen and pencil sets, several ugly sweaters. His parents give him an Instamatic camera, a new sketchbook, colored pencils, and the mechanical pen he'd asked for, and $20 to spend as he wishes. Sonia has made him a card with magic markers, on paper she's ripped out of one of his own sketchbooks, which says, "Happy birthday, Goggles," the name she insists on calling him instead of Dada. His mother sets aside the things he doesn't like, which is most everything, to give to his cousins next time they go to India. Later that night, he is alone in his room, listening to side 3 of the White Album on his parents' cast-off RCA turntable. The album is a present from his American birthday party, given to him by one of his friends at school. Born when the band was near death, Gogol is a passionate devotee of John, Paul, George, and Ringo. In recent years, he has collected nearly all their albums, and the only thing tacked to the bulletin board on the back of his door is Lennon's obituary, already yellow and brittle, clipped from the Boston Globe. He sits cross-legged on the bed, hunched over the lyrics, when he hears a knock on the door. "Come in," he hollers, expecting it to be Sonia in her pajamas, asking if she can borrow his magic 8-ball or his Rubik's Cube. He is surprised to see his father, standing in stocking feet, a small potbelly visible beneath his oat-colored sweater vest, his mustache turning grey. Gogol is especially surprised to see a gift in his father's hands. His father has never given him birthday presents apart from whatever his mother buys, but this year, his father says, walking across the room to where Gogol is sitting, he has something special. The gift is covered in red and green and gold striped paper left over from Christmas the year before, taped awkwardly at the seams. It is obviously a book, thick, hardcover, wrapped by his father's own hands. Gogol lifts the paper slowly, but in spite of this, the tape leaves a scab. "The Short Stories of Nikolai Gogol," the jacket says. Inside, the price has been snipped away on the diagonal. "I ordered it from the bookstore just for you," his father says, his voice raised in order to be heard over the music. "It's